All right, guys, welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to put all of the properties or the characteristics of rational functions that we have talked about together in one graphing problem. So we're going to finish up graph A and B that we did in our previous lessons, and then I have a new example for you to show you what it looks like with something else. So let's one doesn't have any, so we have no holes. The vertical asymptote is when the denominator equals 0. So this is when x equals -4. That's going to be our vertical line. Our horizontal asymptote is when we set our leading terms up as a fraction. That equals 1. So in this case, we have a horizontal asymptote at 1. Our y-intercepts are when the x values are 0. So this is going to be 0 minus 4 over 0 plus 4, which was -4 over 4, which is a -1. And then our x-intercept is when the y is 0 or the function is 0. So in this case, we only have to worry about those factors in the numerator. In this problem, we only have 1. And so in this case, x is going to equal 4. We could have done the same thing here. This is our y. Our function is we're setting equal to 0. Or we're solving for y, and so you would know that your y value was -1. Okay, now to do this on the graph, the hole, remember, is an open circle. We don't have any. The vertical asymptote, we're going to plot that as a vertical line. I'm going to do it in orange. You're welcome to make it dotted. It does kind of help make it stand out. So we're going to go to where x is -4 and draw a line there. Okay, and then we have a horizontal asymptote where y equals 1. So we're going to draw a line there. We have a y-intercept of 0, -1. So we know we have to cross this point here. And then we also have an x-intercept at 4, 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now remember, these intercepts mean that we are crossing the x-axis, and the two asymptotes in orange mean that the graph is getting closer and closer to that, but not crossing it. Okay, so we know that we're gonna be down here in this region. Remember that trick I showed you in the previous lesson where you can plug in your function f of x and then plug in any x values, and that will tell you the y value for that x coordinate. So you could hop over and do that to see what some more values are, especially if your Delta Math is asking you for more points. Let Desmos do the hard work for you. Okay, so I know that I have to go through this intercept, and I have to go through this intercept, and I'm going to keep getting closer to that orange asymptote. And then it's going to do the same thing this way. Remember, I can't cross over that, so I'm just going to get closer and closer to it and kind of head my end behavior, make sure my end behavior is going towards that. And we know the graph isn't going to come across, it's just going to get really, really close. Okay, now if you went over to Desmos and plugged in some of these negative numbers out here, like 1, 2, 3, this is at 4. So you could plug in -5. You could find f of -5. You could find f of -6, or even, come all the way out and do 8 or 9. See what Desmos gives you, okay? And you're going to find that your graph is going to reflect this across this point of intersection here. And it's going to look very similar on this side, getting closer and closer to your asymptotes. Okay, and then you could hop over to Desmos and plug that in and verify that your sketch was good.